Good morning, Alefgard, and welcome in for this Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer Tournament race between Cyberdark86 and Smashy. This is our third race from the Remolder group, which looked like one of the scarier groups during the draw. I am Aaron2U2, and with me eventually will be Angel FM. He's got some buttons and clicks to do as our restreamer and tracker. This should be a very fun race. Smashy has raced one race so far, very, very long, and basically an endurance fest race against Angel. And this will be Cyberdark's first one in the tournament, so a lot to look forward to in this. As we wait for the seed and all the stats and everything to pop up through the tracker, do want to say we do have a long list of races today, so stay tuned. I'm not sure how much of this will be on DW Randomizer, but it is a jam-packed day of races. And here we go. Cyberdark sitting on the slow marker is always funny. We look at the stats. Cyberdark is going with the Strength Agility build. He is one of the true adherents to it. Smashy with a normal strength HP, and we see a lot of hit points at the start, and strength 7, that's going to give you decent odds to take out a Drakey, a red slime, or a regular slime. Anything else is going to take some luck. And there we go, we are underway, and Cyberdark hits the wrong button and is now back out. Gonna have to redo this real quick. Probably won't matter. Smashy, first chest he opens up is Erdrick's armor. So we're starting out with Armor Torch, just as the developers intended. Also, thank you for the raid, Yogi the Monk. Welcome in, everyone. We are just starting the race. And hey, it looks like we are going to be on the bottom of the map. So if we had some reverse count enjoyers in the race, this one could be interesting, but I don't think either of these guys do that. Yes, the Erdrick's armor there for Smashy didn't really help. The ghost is going to DL2 breath. It doesn't matter if it does less damage. No, Cyberdark finding the Drakey, the best thing he could take down, having heal more. Not great. And there he gets to see the DL2 breath from the ghost as well. Lovely start. As a heads up, Angel, I don't think you're coming through to the stream.
Alright, am I coming through the stream now?
Yes, you are. I decided to check the volume really quick, and I didn't hear you, so now you are. Congratulations.
Alright, so as I was saying, Drakey's had the baby breath that didn't help, and these scorpions also have DL2, which unfortunately that torch is now gone unless Cyberdark decides to reset.
Yeah, it's hard to do after you've already killed one enemy when it looks like it's this hard of a thing. I don't know. I would take that torch and I would take it back. 2 experience. It shouldn't be too hard to get, right?
Oh yeah, there's no question. I would have reset right then and there. I mean, especially too, like you could have just died to this Drakey here.
Yeah, I mean you can use the torch for the Drakey to get the level. Of course, again, you have to reset, but I don't know. I'm very protective of the starting items. I've been really just saving at the beginning very frequently nowadays because it seems like you can just goof up the start real easily. Smashy took out a Drakey, and both of them taking out Ghost for simultaneous level 2.
And a great level to start with, getting 101 and 17 MP with no spell.
One attack power does make them a little, like, they can do normal damage to a ghost, but it's still not really the thing you want to fight with the DL2 breath, but maybe they'll be able to get through it. We'll see. The Drakey does not seem like the Healmore. It's certainly not making Smashy not fight it. I think he's seen it, though. Oh yeah, stats up on the screen. 75% Healmore, 50% Weak Breath. So that's still not a good enemy to fight.
No, not at all. I mean, luckily for Smashy, he didn't see the Healmore.
Yeah, and I mean that's just gonna be it. You'll eventually get lucky against them and get through. Cyberdark finding his red slimes, which might be in the west zone. I don't think that's zone 0.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell right now without actually seeing another enemy.
That is something that sometimes people forget, is that, you know, the weak enemies can also be in the non-zone 0 ones as well, so sometimes it's worth pushing out a little bit if things are bad. It looks like, yes, Cyberdark gets down a Drakey, so I think he takes, what, a 1 experience lead?
I believe so right now, yes.
Yeah, he's not likely to be able to take out 2 Drakeys in a life, but the red slimes are a lot more reliable.
Yeah, and also they seem to be getting really lucky with some of these Drakeys because, you know, they have not cast Healmore when they've been close.
Yeah, and, well, it's kind of the thing, because, you know, Drakey can have 4 or 5 hit points, but I believe it can only, like, if it has 4 hit points, then when you do 3 damage to it, it can cast Healmore. So it's actually a little bit more likely than it seems that it would use it. So it's been a little surprising, maybe a little lucky.
No, I mean, you're correct on that, because, yeah, it would be a 75% HP difference on 4, and then only 60% on 5 HP.
Yeah, and the starting hit points are always or the heal rates always go off of the max, so it might seem like if it was lower it wouldn't happen, but oh, it still does.
Well, that definitely gets us out of jail with a 15 strength increase.
Nice. Oh, we see the stop spell from the Scorpion. That might be a little bit more fightable than they seemed originally. Yeah, sending Smashy directly to level 4. I don't think he has seen the DL2 breath from the Scorpion yet, so again, fortunate so far, but if the stop spell swim is really high, then it's quite possible that Cyberdark just got unlucky. Yeah, 75% stop spell, 25% DL2 breath, so he got the worst possible starting result from that fight. May have given him a bad idea, but it's not stopping him from fighting them now.
Yeah, I mean, he's close to 4. Smashy just critting a Poltergeist, it looked like.
Yeah, it's a strange fight to want to take, because Poltergeists, like, I think they can run right now. They tend to be really annoying with their fairly low attack power. Okay, not quite yet. They'd be at 36, they'd be able to run. But if he is able to take this one down, he'll be our first to level 5. We're still looking for the breakout. The stats haven't been terrible in growth, but the lack of useful spells is something to note. And yeah, 5 strength and the 25 hit points plus heal more. Level 5 is going to be a ton more survivable. Oh, we got metal scorpions up here. This could actually be really good. The attack power isn't quite great for them, but they're your best return from investment early on, generally speaking.
Yeah, especially too, considering all the Zone 0 enemies were pretty bad. None of these seem too terrible to actually go after.
It looked like we had a struggle start, and it was really just a struggle like till level 3. Again, with our 2 players on different stat builds, you will see slightly different stat growth. Mostly noticeable when you get 20 plus hit points that you see Cyberdark got 2 less points than Smashy. The way this works, for those who don't know, is that every 10 points that you gain in a stat, if you are on that stat build, you'll gain an extra point. So that's the simplest way to describe it. So as you can see, Cyberdark has 1 more agility, Smashy has 4 more hit points. And I say it's an extra point, you actually start with 2 points less in the single digits, so.
Yeah, I think the funny thing too is that actually at level 1, Smashy still had more HP than Cyberdark had.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the builds that's a bit weird, is because it applies, the way that it applies it, since hit points normally start higher, you usually don't get a penalty for being on a hit point build. But you'll see it in strength, agility, and magic if anyone ever picked the magic build.
I like the play that Cyberdark did, just trying to whittle down this Druid Lord, but then fortunately I had heal more, so off he goes.
Yeah, if you can take they're strong enough that they can kind of get through a mid-game fight, and it's probably worth the time. It's a little hard to say because, I mean, you can 3-shot a Warlock or 3 or 4-shot a Middle Scorpion, and you get through 2 of those in about the same time you get through a Druid Lord, and it's just about the same amount of experience. But you still want to test these things out early on. The worst happens is you die, but you gain information.
Oh yeah, no question. And we do have a cave on Cyberdark's side of the screen. Let's see if he just do it.
He does. It is the Freebie Cave or Stones Cave, or I don't remember the Simpsons reference or whatever it is to this guy, but he finds the Silver Heart, which it's good to find that early. Anytime you find the heart before you find the heart trade-in, you feel good.
Yeah, so far, what, 3 chests? We've seen two good items.
Yeah, and we do see the eastern boundary over there too. So our Tantagel location is fairly close to the bottom right corner. Not completely, but pretty close. Which means that most of our exploration is just going to be north and west.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like this is definitely the south end of the map. Just depending on what else we see here, west or whatnot. But yeah, it's definitely looking like that's the bottom of the map.
Alright, Smashy has just been sitting dedicated to the grind here. Cyberdark does get his level 6, which came with a decent amount of agility, which is nice. Again, a lot of runners will say if you have 40 plus agility, that's good walking around agility. You're less likely to get ambushed or run blocked repeatedly at that point, because you're over 50% to run from most things. We find a town, as the meme goes, it's Hawksness. It's very frequently Hawksness, the first town. I'm not sure why, but it seems to happen a lot.
Yeah, especially gets level 7. He gets 4, 3, 11, 18, and no other spells yet.
Cyberdark did poke at the green dragon, and it's not cooperating. A little too weak. I believe to do damage to a green dragon, you have to have at least 41 attack power. And even then, I'm not sure doing 1 to 2 is going to do a whole lot for you.
Yeah, Smashy's going back into the castle to actually get MP, so it seems like he's actually trying to save some money here.
Yeah, not a bad strat. It's, you know, sometimes you can get a little too focused in on that. In fact, I think if I were him, I would have just cast Return to save the walkout. if you're gonna go in and take the time to do it, try to have that time. But looks like he's gonna stick on the grind. He's pretty safe here, so it makes sense as long as he doesn't get a surprise scorpion or something.
Yeah, but even then, having 81 HP is not going to really matter that much right now.
True, yeah, and with the armor, it's not gonna. You can just heal it all back pretty quickly, and he should be able to two-shot. No, it looks like he is gonna push out a bit.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I thought he was going to go back to the grind right away. I mean, I can understand getting that P back, but yeah, I thought he was going to push out before that.
We did see Cyberdark take down a Wolf Lord. That's exciting. It looked like he was going to go back into Hawksness for a second. I guess he decided against it. One thing that some people overlook is that Hawksness can frequently have a pretty good zone inside of it. Oh, and he gets that crit on a Wraith Knight. I think this Wraith Knight's going down.
It could.
He's at 31, and they can have, what, 40 hit points? 33! Oh, he should have healed! He didn't heal.
Yeah, what a waste of crit that was to, not take advantage of getting the 72 experience.
Yeah, that was potentially a huge swing to get him right back into this, and then for it to not happen just hurts. He didn't really see this northern zone that Smashy did. The western zone from start was pretty bad, but the northern zone seemed a little bit better. I think it had the Warlock and the Metal Scorpion in it.
Yeah, he's finally settling down to do this grind, to see at least what 7 is.
And that's fun. Oh, he gets away. There you go. We're gonna chalk that up to strength agility build. It gets away from the red dragon first try.
Yeah, great transition zone. Probably right on the very corner.
Yeah, can't never know for sure exactly where the zone boundaries are unless you're really tracing them. But when you see the red dragon, you know that's not zone 0, 1, or 2.
Smashy's finding his Stonescape here. He will get his harp.
Yeah, this harp pipe. Maybe this is where Cyberdark's gonna chill. It's the second Wolf Lord he's taken down. That one with a crit, but this is a really good experience for where he is. But no, it doesn't seem like he's that interested in it.
I don't know, the way it's going so far, I need to check and see if I have the agility to crit ratio on this, because they've both been critting quite a bit.
Yeah, that's that flag is very interesting. I thought I would hate it. I don't hate it, but I think it makes a lot of people think that strength agility is superior because of that. I remember looking into it, and I think normally it adds something like a 2% chance to crit. Sorry, for those who aren't familiar with various Winter League shenanigans, there is a flag in the GF branch that allows you to substitute the crit rate for your agility divided by 3, which means by the end of the game you're critting all sorts of stuff.
Smashy's found tablet here. Just gonna get one chest, but unfortunately he's gonna have to walk out since he has no outside.
Yeah, and it is a wings! Okay, well, unfortunately that won't get you outside of the cave.
I was waiting for Cyberdark to walk back into that town.
I mean, he's close. Like, if he had a weapon, he could try to fight the green dragon. I'm not sure that I would, at 48, but I say weapon, I always just assume Copper Sword is the starting weapon.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those, get your fairy water, hopefully try to beat it that way.
So Cyberdark ran from the Druid Lord knowing it has Heal More. Smashy's going after it. We haven't seen it yet, and it's got to be real close to dying. And nope, there it is. There's the Heal More, the fun breaker. We still have a little bit of an experience gap here, but it started out pretty strong. It feels like Cyberdark's been clawing back a little bit. I think it's just the enemies he's been seeing are a little bit better than what Smashy has.
Yeah, it's partly that, and partly Smashy finally walking out, and he hasn't had like the good encounters that Cyberdark has. I mean, Cyberdark's seen the Wolf Lord, which I mean, you know, it's a slow fight, but I mean, it still gets you 52 experience.
Cyberdark also running away first try on the Armored Knight. So we've seen him get away from both reds first try. Again, he's got decent agility, but we're gonna continue to say that's just because of the strength agility build.
Yeah, here's something that's really, you know, with the, I mean, starting back from last year, but this year too, you know, you get 3 strikes and then you can finally run. Smashy with so much HP can cast Heal More, and that lasts a few attacks from Blue Dragon to be able to get away after the 3rd try.
Yeah, you can plan around it a lot better because of that. I think people still would have probably tried that strategy in the past, but now it doesn't feel as, you know, fruitless.
Yeah, but this is what you said about getting the harp early, is you find the trade in, you get the staff.
Indeed, and I think Cyberdark is starting to get around to where Smashy is. This looks like something I just saw, unless Cyberdark's literally just retracing his own steps. But I think he's probably about 30 seconds to a minute behind Smashy in the direction they're going.
Yeah, it's definitely the same spot where Smashy recently was.
Oh, a Spectre is a nice fight too. And with the armor here, he's defense breaking it. Now, the fact that it has DL2 breath makes it not so good, but...
Yeah, but also at the same time too, this gets you level 8. I mean, you can outlast it. Oh, never mind, it has heal.
Yeah, you're not out damaging the heal. That's just not strong enough yet. This is a fun start because they're not weak, but they're not strong. They're a little bit below average, I would say, at 7. And they got heal more, and they got armor. So every fight they're taking is just a tank fight.
Yeah, it's also too, like, oh, Cole we see here on Smashy's side.
Let's see, what is Cole good for? Ah, it has the stones, that's fine.
Well, what I was going to get to is, this is similar to how me and he had our race, where, you know, if we didn't have the armor, the sea probably would have been much longer considering everything that was involved, monster-wise.
Yeah, and it's the armor is helping them to get through here. The fact that they got heal more, that's nice, but they really need kind of that armor to push. So yeah, we see Cyberdark now hitting up the Staff of Rain Cave. She does have the harp. Hopefully he's not like me and realizes that he has it. There we go.
Yeah, and unfortunately I missed it. I don't know if Smashy bought something.
Yes, he bought a hand axe, so he is a lot better off fighting now. And there's Breck, which he leaves immediately. So yeah, he's going back after this Druid Lord. It's still, I don't know. I feel pretty good about this because the attack power where it is, reasonable chance he dodges the heal more, and he did, and he picks up level 8. Oh, heal, and that was a good amount of stats and hurt more. So level 8 is the level. We're asking what sprite Smashy has. I feel like that's going to be one of the Dragon Warrior 3 builds, but I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, it's the female warrior in Dragon Warrior 3.
There we go. I was pretty sure you knew, so...
I will say, though, like, you know, Smashy did do the exploring, but unfortunately, like, getting to level 8 and seeing Hurt More after all that grinding you did in the first half, I mean, you could have had Hurt More much earlier.
True. Yeah. I don't know how that would feel for him, but I mean, he did get the hand axe, and I don't know. I'm not sure about fighting demon knights, but they have stop spells, so might as well.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I don't know. It's usually how I feel. It's like, oh, I get this, and then here comes Hurtmore in the next level. So it's like it's kind of how I feel about how it goes.
Yeah, we saw Cyberdark took out the Spectre, did not see the DL2 breath or the heal, so GG's to him. And if he gets this Wraith down, he will be at his level 8 here in just a moment.
Yeah, 75% heal on the Spectre.
And he had to be at least one swing in that range, maybe two. It's not like he crit it or hit it particularly hard.
Alright, so this is where it's going to get interesting, because Cyberdark just got level 8 here. And I don't feel like it's that too much further from when Smashy was. Even though Smashy has a pretty good zone he's found right now. So it'll be interesting how it goes from here.
Yeah, a lot of times, oh, he didn't take the Wraith, that's surprising. But a lot of times, oh yeah, he's a repelling. He wants to, I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with repel at 62 defense at level 8. That feels a little aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know, it's so hard, especially to start with armor, when you actually want to repel, because, yeah, I love seeing the mid-game enemies.
Yeah, and 62 defense will take out rogue scorpions and down. I would feast on that stuff. You want to get as much experience again. Of course, I have strange feelings about Hurtmore. I don't feel like I feel like a lot of people just go off and get themselves killed once they get it. Like they think the game changes in some massive dramatic fashion and then end up just dying a lot. But also I think like the most important thing to do after getting Hurtmore is getting your stats up to where you just won't die anymore.
Yeah, especially currently, 100 HP, 67 MP. I mean, they're perfectly fine here to take on whatever.
Okay, so he's punching the werewolf and running. Did he realize he got Hurtmore? I don't understand.
I don't think he knows.
But why would he be using repel if he didn't get it? I am just confused. I don't know exactly what Cyberdark's doing. He does find Breck. Smashy did see Sharlock skirted around it, and looks like we got another cave coming up. Okay, he must be like in the bottom left corner of the map and wants to just make sure that there's nothing else over here.
Yeah, I don't blame him. And 343 on a metal slime.
There you go. Blessed by the metal. Another level. And 008 and sleep. So we're getting there. Strength is probably the lowest of the stats right now, but with Hurtmore, you don't have to worry about that too much.
No, not at all. Smashy is getting kind of low on MP here, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when he gets in this cave. It happens to be Brave or it happens to be Mountain.
It happens to be South Swamp. No outside, so I can't warp through, but I don't know. 6 MP, I'm not sure I'd be checking the spike. I would at least go through and see if there's something interesting on the other side. Going to the spike at this point is basically just, accepting your fate. Hey, we do see the Hurtmore cast from Cyberdark. Relief for me. I was getting worried.
Yeah, I think he did one on a green dragon earlier. And just whittled it down with the hand axe. And Smashy getting away from the armor knight after 3 run fails. Hopefully he makes it through here.
This looks like it might be just an extremely small swamp island. I guess we'll see. It could snake up a lot. The coasts sometimes are tricky, and they like to have single tile paths. I think it's a function of the way the randomizer works, because it generates the map and then it takes the 120 by 120 box and cookie cutters it. So they're yeah, and we do see it. It does extend up and then around the top by one tile.
Yeah.
Got all these.
Oh, go ahead.
So got all these little bridges, and hey, there's a town. There's a salvation. He's got 100 hit points, no magic, just gotta be there. No funny surprises, and he will get to something because we've seen. Have we seen Hawksness? Yeah, we have seen Hawksness. So this has to be something useful.
Yeah, it could be Rimbledar, it could be Caitlin, or it could be Garenham.
I imagine he's rooting for Rim with no keys. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, of course, it's got to be one of the towns that you need keys, the keys to see more of.
Yeah, this is a I have to come back town. But he gets a large shield. He's probably done shopping unless he wants to really try to dig out a broadsword at some point. Of course, there could be a gold grind later, but I'm always like, if you got this sort of gear, you don't worry about a gold grind.
Yeah, especially me who is, goes silver a lot of times. Yeah, this is definitely like, I'm pretty set as it is right now.
We did see a silver shield somewhere though, so that might be in their mind. But all these towns are like not close to start. They have explored a very large chunk of the map. One of the side effects of getting Erdrick's armor right away is that seems to happen quite a bit. We see Cyberdark skirting below Sharlock there, so he is closing in on South Swamp as well. Again, just kind of trailing Smashy in the exploration. Didn't quite keep up the pace because he went back to town to heal. Smashy did not, but he did manage to make it to the town. So yeah, Garenham, and he's just going to start over. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go straight to Hawksness now.
Yeah, that's definitely... So, I don't know if Smashy's seen it, but no, he's going north.
Oh, right, yeah, because it was kind of down in a little bit of a corner there. I hope that isn't something he misses for an extended period of time. That could be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, because I mean, he went to this East Coast and kept going north. I don't think he's actually explored that, like, middle of the south area.
Is that a new town? I don't think we've seen that.
I believe it is.
And that was not off screen by much. I think, because I think this general area was, heading to where Tablet Cave was, right? Well, there we go. It is Rim. Rim was not too far from start, and neither of our players got it right away, and they might not feel so great when they see it. It's not that bad for Smashy, although he is going to have to re-go back to Garenham, which is literally the other side of the map.
Yeah, it's just one of those groan-inducing things you see that, yeah, oh, I could have had this and not have to do this walk again.
I didn't fully explore the map in the most perfect way, which never really happens, but you always feel like it should.
Yeah, I think the other thing, too, is Smashy getting this. I wonder if he's actually going to see Hawksness at some point, because he's probably just going to head right back to where Swamp Cave is at some point, and not actually explore like between where Tantagel and Swamp Cave is in that south area.
Although he's still missing plenty of stuff, so it might. I think for me, if I'm mapping and I see I need to go one way, but there's a branch I haven't been, I usually go to that branch to kind of sweep through to clear it out. So it depends. I don't know what he does with mapping or how he thinks about these sorts of things. We do know that people who map tend to explore differently than people who don't, to some extent. So I don't know exactly what would be on his mind or how much that would matter. Picking up level 11, another decent gain. Strength is still lagging, and but if you're Smashy, you're not too worried about that, honestly. When you get these levels, you do not want go level to jump on you when you have this much to do. You're fine with the slow growth. But yeah, we get to see the checks here in the castle.
Yeah, nothing really great in the treasury. I mean, possible gold grind if you really wanted it, but like I said, at this point, it's not really needed.
So what caves do we have left? Is it Mountain, Grave, and the Rainbow Drop Cave?
Correct.
Cyberdark finding his Garanham. He already got a large shield, so I think he's gonna herb up and then probably either wings back or walk back. But I feel like the path they went, there was no branch. They went a straight direction for a long time.
Yeah, I think that island is only just Garanham. Smashy did go back into the throne room to set up the chest glitch if he decides he wants to.
Yeah, it's a very different thing to go out of your way to do a gold grind or to walk right into it while you're down here. So that wouldn't surprise me, but I imagine he's not going to be too broken up if he can't manage it. He did get the, like if he really wanted to force it, he would have just left and went back in because there was a gold chest in the treasury.
Yeah, these NPCs being the real boss here, blocking Cyberdark from being able to get into the inn.
Yeah, it weren't quite as bad as they were for Smashy, but they're still pretty bad. I don't know, with those boys, I'm usually just leave town immediately. The one that always gets me is the one in Rim. That guy seems to be the giant pain for me.
Smashy did pick up a token in the first chest of Mountain, and he's gonna head down to the second floor.
So we're getting there. There's not a whole lot left. Hawksness could have the sword and we could be done. It also could be in the overworld search spot in Cantlin, or it could be in Sharlock, or it could be here. Like there's still plenty of places. Grave. There's so many places to check. And yeah, he stumbles into a gold grind, so here he goes. And Cyberdark again kind of just wanting to swing instead of healmoring. I think he's trying to preserve his exploration, but it's a bit slow.
Yeah, the way he's going, he'll probably run to Rimmaldar here in a moment.
Yeah, there might be a path to the west from where they are. There pretty much has to be, because I think it dead ends here to the right. But I think that's kind of the final frontier for everyone. I'm a bit surprised that he didn't go back to Hawksness, though, considering he knows it's a green dragon. And it's not going to hurt him any. Because again, at best, it's the sword. And he's pretty much hurt-mooring everything right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Smashy just swinging on that Magic Wyvern.
Well, he's got the gold now, so he's probably thinking, I need to preserve resources. I can walk off this damage. It's, again, there are little things in the way that people play that get tweaked when different, switches light up in their brain.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, we got the sword here, so, oh, no, we don't. No, that was actually just a chest glitch, okay.
Faked out. And it was a fighter's ring, which, not too sad to see instead. Especially with those low attack power, you're going to need everything you can get. The fighter's ring is, like, I would say, irrelevant about 2/3 of the time. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, probably about that. Smashy is going to get 12 here. I mean, if he gets outside, it's going to be very helpful not having to walk back out, especially with the armor knights.
And he did. He called it. We'll see. Cyberdark doesn't look like he is going to warp back to start right away, so we might get to see a bit of exploration from him. You never know. And he's going to swing on the werewolf here, too. Again, he's been very aggressive swinging on things. Okay, we're changing it up.
Yeah, I think it could also just come down to, you're not always going to one-shot the werewolf, so you just swing first.
It's picking up 11. Smashy getting out the werewolf here as well. And finding another chest glitch here at the end. So would not be surprised to see him pop right back into the castle to get that MP back. And then probably push to wherever the silver was at. Which might have been coal.
Yeah, I do believe it's Cole. And just to let you know, Kirito, that actually was a chest glitch. He did not pick up the Erdrick sword, he actually picked up the Fire's Ring from that one chest.
Yeah, Erdrick's armor will appear always, even if it's glitched, it'll appear correctly. Erdrick's sword doesn't, but I'm not exactly sure what triggers it to appear. There's like it, because normally there's only a few items that will appear completely fake. Like Gwaelin's Love will appear sometimes on the chest glitch, and that's not a actual chest glitched name. It's just glitching the wrong thing. Alright, Smashy does find Hawksness. He gets it, but he is not going in. He wants that silver shield. He's not going to risk the money loss, so depending on how important that is, it might be a little bit of a time loss to have to cut back there. Maybe he wants to find Caitlyn first. I don't know. With these stats, I'd probably be fine just going in and checking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, with the stats, I mean, I probably would have gone, unless I happen to get surprised. Unless it happened to be a surprise like sleep something, but I mean, I probably would have just gone and done it right away, no matter what it was.
Yeah, it's a little hard for us to say because we know what it is, so already kind of slightly slanted towards it. Cyberdark going after the blue dragon with Hurtmore's after not wanting to hurt more a lot of other stuff. It was a very interesting change there, but yeah, he's going after it hard. He does get the 2 out of 4, which is basically what the odds are, just not in the order he would want. Okay, yeah, he's decided to go back. I think he... Oh, and we got a red dragon here on Cyberdark's side. You might think to fight it, but with 70 AP, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, also too, I think there should be, with Smashy getting the...
And he's full-on resource saving here, yeah. And yeah, he's gonna see a green dragon. He's like, oh, okay, never mind. This ain't gonna be a problem.
Yeah, with especially too with him actually getting the money for the silver shield. I mean, he is going to be defense breaking this green dragon here. I mean, Cyberdark's already will be defense breaking Axe Knights if he decides to get a silver shield.
And there's the sword. So Smashy he's assessed to find the Rainbow Drop Cave. Whatever is on the coordinates location is not that important. Not unless the Death Necklace winds up being a major factor. Which, maybe Cyberdark will find before he finds the other stuff, since he is still pushing out. Maybe he finds Caitlyn. Maybe he finds the drop cave right here. This could also be Grave.
Yeah, exactly what Scarlet's saying. Yeah, probably be going to Garanham right now because you're basically 50-50 on Jark being behind there.
Yeah, anytime it's a straight 50-50 shot, and you know where it is, you gotta feel pretty compelled to go to it. So that might be what he's doing. He's still peeking around a little bit though. And drum roll. Yeah, that's the drop cave. So if he does go to Garanham, he's going to find just the grave in its vanilla location. So, yeah, Cyberdark decides to war back. That was kind of an interesting time to do it because I felt like the map was just opening up. Maybe I was looking at it incorrectly, but there he goes. He gets the treasury, and he will find the gold in here. I think that was kind of the main highlight. We'll see if he decides to try to set up something for a silver too, or not.
Yeah, Smashy also gained level 13. Gained a bunch more HP. Quite a bit of MP. I mean, he's getting there to go stats where he's going. I mean, it's basically at this point just strength.
Here's a question for you, because this is a scenario that might come up. If Smashy gets the Garanham, sees its grave, knows that he doesn't need any items, do you still check the top 3 chests hoping for a death necklace?
It's hard to say. I mean, personally, I would, because I have outside. It's not going to take me that long, especially too. It's actually like 6 checks, since you're also going to be checking the back of the Garanham also.
Right, yeah, you'll just do those by habit, probably. I don't know. The one thing that's interesting about the way Smashy plays is that when it gets to the end game, he tends to be just hyper laser focused on things. Like, it's something I've noticed from watching him, is that he doesn't lollygag around. There's a lot of players who will take a lot of extra steps and do a lot of things that aren't completely necessary in the end game, and they kind of lose time. But Smashy has kind of that killer instinct where it's just bing bang. It's wherever he need to go, he's going there directly, and it's very obvious by the way he acts. So that's kind of why I was thinking about it too, because, you know, it's not something you necessarily have to do anyway.
Yeah, but at the same time too, I mean, here he is. He isn't actually going towards Garanham. So I think it's down there, or is it? I don't know if it's up a little bit further and then going to the coast.
Yeah, he is actually heading in the direction of the drop, I think, unless he goes south here. Okay, never mind, there it is. Now he is going to Garanham. With that green dragon information, yeah, I don't think I'd even check the spike here. I would just go to Hawk's Nest, because you'll just be sitting there forever swinging. Green dragon's not going to do a whole lot to you when you have a defense broke.
Yeah, I'm especially big on just, if I happen to be the fence break this, I will just swing on it. Unless, you know, if especially with a sword. I mean, I don't mind just sitting there and just swinging on it the entire time.
Yeah, it's not too far from start, so you could possibly, you know, warp back to heal up, but I think you're probably going to kill about 6 to 7 green dragons in the time, so it's likely not worth it. Well, Smashy did get the fairy flute out of Garanham. Not exactly the death necklace, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm throwing out scenarios here just because I know how both of them tend to play a little bit. They've been around forever, and honestly, I think by now I've been around forever too. I still think about myself as being somewhat of a newer player just because so many people have been here since almost the start. But that's not really the case anymore. I think this is my 6th tournament, so...
I mean, I understand how you feel, man. You know, I've been doing it since 2019, so... So Smashy did happen to see 2 cursed belts in Garanham and the grave, so that means that the death necklace is on the coordinates.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to prioritize that, having no idea where Caitlin is, and then still having to find the coordinate location. He's gonna check the spike in here. This might be a spike and die sort of scenario, where he knows he has to go back to the start. Not exactly what you're looking for, though. Green Dragon pretty much beats this one for a swinging fight.
Yeah, no question. I mean, he might just be doing this just to get the experience and then just, yeah, move on.
Yeah, and it's not a bad idea to just swing on things. I know some people will see a blue dragon and a stone man and they just will never fight them. But, you know, you kill one of them along the way, you get an idea of what, if any, abilities they have. And that could be important for Sharlock.
Yeah, that is something I do like to do, is actually try to attempt one. Just to see, because, again, I don't want to be surprised by something that may come out, especially if it happens to be the spike tile.
So Smashy might be pretty close to the drop already. It seemed like it took a while for Cyberdark to find it exploring, but it's also possible he's actually past it. Looking at the northern border here, where that lake was, looked like right where Cyberdark warped back, so it's possible he's actually going to have to loop back around to it. It's a few screens south of him.
Yeah, I don't think. I think he's pretty close from here.
Cyberdark is almost defense breaking the Green Dragon without the Silver Shield. Had a pretty decent agility seed in not even talking about being on that build.
Yeah, I mean he's already at 92 agility. He's almost defense breaking the Green Dragon just with the large shield as it is.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to sit here for a while. He's got his sword, so he knows where the drop is. There's no other reason for him to do anything, actually. This is a very interesting change, actually, because it felt like Smashy has been in the lead of this race this entire time. But Cyberdark knows where everything is and is already grinding for the end. So this could be... I don't know what I'd put either in my head right now. It really just depends on how quickly Smashy is able to find that drop cave, which isn't that far away.
Yeah, I would definitely say it is even. The one thing Smashy will have for himself is that he will be able to just sit on the Green Dragon the whole time. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, it is pretty much even at this point.
Yeah, and those coordinates are not exactly the, oh, this won't take me very long to pick up the Death Necklace coordinates. Those are probably about where the Rainbow Drop Cave is. Maybe a little bit southeast of it, but that's going to take a while. So my guess is that if he hugs this lake, he will find it, because I think it's down here just a little ways.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, it's another strange thing here, too, because there is, like, you know, you talk about the Death Necklace. Again, I don't always want to harp on the builds, but Cyberdark is not on a hit point build, so his threshold for the Death Necklace is going to be a lot harder to do. So there's probably no situation where he even thinks about going after it, unless he's going to do like a treasury check in Sharlock.
Yeah, especially too with the mid lane strength really being the only big problem. I mean, I don't see Smashy going for the Death Necklace here at all.
Yeah, if he gets a level and the Death Necklace is the win, like puts him in the go condition, he might. But doubles are pretty nice with the Silver Shield, and I think that's one of those scenarios where maybe it's not the thing you're doing. Cyberdark using the wings to go out instead of dying. A little surprised there. Maybe this is faster. Maybe he just wanted to get rid of some inventory.
It also might be too he's wanting to maintain the gold for the Silver Shield at some point.
I don't know. I would think with the rate this is going that that's not something you're worried about, because you should have ghost hats before then. I don't know, maybe he's that didn't really take that long, especially if you're going to return out. Again, if the next level gives, what, about 3, I guess 4 agility for him, he would be able to defense break the greens too. And Smashy is throwing out the hurt mores. Of course, this might be, you know, drain your MP and then just go into swing mode afterward, sort of thing.
Yeah, but I'm still on the just swing the whole time, because you literally will probably just stay there without ever having to go back. And at the same time too, like, I don't trust this, you know, 1 in 8 hurt more miss. You know, it's more like, you know, half the time probably, even though it's not.
Yeah, we do see Smashy. I believe he has just a little bit of experience lead. He does have the drop already. You can get that on the way to Sharlock, so it's not a massive time save, but this one's coming down to the wire.
Oh, the good old hurt more the Green Dragon, and then immediately crit it on Cyberdark.
The last hit crit is, you see it and you're like, does that count as a crit?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Scarlet. Yeah, the swing Green Dragon, love to just do it because, you know, it's just turn my brain off and just, you know, keep hitting A.
Now, I'm reminded of one of my first times doing commentary during the 2021 Standard Tournament, when that was in the version 2 days, And don't ask me the version number. I only ever had the one version number, version 2 when I played. But there was, we were talking about different spike tiles and stuff. And I remember saying, like, why isn't the green dragon a spike enemy? It's a spike enemy in the vanilla game. And then it got added in V3, and it is one of the more interesting spike enemies because they're not the top of anyone's list normally, but there's ways that make them very fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag because they're definitely hurt moreable, but at the same time too, they usually don't die in one hurt more. Swinging on them is they're kind of tough. Usually a 3 swing unless you have really good strength. But I mean, especially once you get to the 2 swings on them, I mean I think they're really good to do.
Yeah, the AP here is, and that might be the one reason why we're seeing the hurt mores instead, is because the AP is still a little bit lagging. Now, green dragons, they don't have the highest defense. I think they're one of the lower agility enemies in the Sherlock range. Of course, you have to ignore, stone men. But I think they only beat like werewolves and wizards. Oh, and golems. So never mind, they're right in the middle.
Yeah, but usually it'll be a 3 swing on these, and it'd probably take about as much time as your hurt more. And I mean, you can get lucky with the 1-shot hurt more, but generally you're probably not going to. So I mean, I personally would just keep swinging, especially too. Like I would just maintain my MP here for Gilmore's without ever needing to go back.
Yeah, I guess it's just how long does it take to get from Tantagel back here? I said something like 6 fights. It's probably more like 4, but hurt more not being the most reliable thing. I don't know. It's an interesting decision to make. Cyberdark, I think, is going to welcome the death here. He's pushing it really low on hit points where he can get popped at any moment. And again, he is just 2 agility short. He's not. He's going to try to keep it going.
Yeah, he definitely seems just to be maintained as for a silver shield at some point.
But we'll see. Smashy was 1 green dragon ahead, I think. Oh, he's trying to return too, and he can't. He's not gonna swing. He's gonna walk back, I guess. I don't know.
You just take the death here. If you're not being able to turn, just take the death here. I mean, especially too, like you'd get 15 here, just swinging on him the whole time.
Yeah, I think once you use the hurt more and go down to 1 MP when you can't repel, that's when this starts to feel real ugly. So he's getting stuck in these sorts of encounters now too. So this exchange might actually work out to be in Cyberdark's favor by just virtue of their different strategies here at the grind.
Yeah, listen, I don't understand it, but I mean, hey, it's that's just the way it is. Sometimes you get too focused on things, but yeah, I mean, I just don't know what Smashy was really wanting to save anything for. I don't know if he, doesn't remember he didn't get a silver shield. I mean, that's the only thing I can see happening, but other than that...
And he's also going to return out, go straight back. So it looks like Cyberdark might get to 15 first. It's hard to say because there are green dragons along the path to Hawksness and inside of Hawksness before you even get to the spike. But they're very close right now.
Yeah, the rate is they're probably going to hit it right here at the same time.
Yeah, from where they are right now, it's actually going to take Smashy 1 less. And also, Cyberdark is not having a lot of fun with this fight. They are dodging him repeatedly. Now, we'll see if in his mind, if he does get that agility and we do have to continue grinding, if he switches to a swing fight or not. There's 15. 2, 1, 13, 1 hurt and stop spell. That does put the Death Necklace on the table, but firmly on the table for Smashy. I think it'll put it on the table for Cyberdark too, but again, there's probably no chance Cyberdark is going to get it. This is still not go with the Death Necklace though, so I don't think he's even going to worry about it.
Yeah, and also too, Cyberdark would actually have to find Caitlyn here.
And he's still just one agility short of being able to break. It's so uncomfortable. But it happens so frequently at the end of the game that you end up just one agility short of breaking something with the Silver Shield. Which again, agility is like 2/3 of a Silver Shield being on an agility build.
Honestly, even if I was Cyberdark right now, I'd probably just be swinging on these greens at this point. At a hard 10 attack. I just feel like you do more that way.
I guess in his mind, like, he warped back and he fought 3 green dragons before he even got here. So when that sort of thing happens, it kind of makes it so that the walk back doesn't really penalize you a whole lot. But I think, I don't know, again, you're saying he's keeping the silver route open, so that would probably keep him from just taking a death. But at this point, no, he's gonna try to swing down and get one more kill, and that's what this is.
Yeah, the funny thing is too, is like, I mean, one more agility, yeah, it does get him the green dragons, but if he does get the silver shield, I mean, he will be defense breaking the blue dragons also.
Yeah, you know, we don't know what Charlock's going to look like, and that sort of stuff can matter. Can make it go a little faster. Smashy already got some fairy water, probably for that purpose, but he might need it for the fight. So we'll see. Again, in his scenario, he has 13 heal mores. If he managed to get to 120 AP, let's say he maxes out on fairy water, that's still something like 19 swings. So it's not super close, but, you know, attack can go up pretty quickly when it wants to.
Yeah, generally you don't defense break a blue dragon, Scarlet. I mean, back before, I think, version 3.0, or even maybe a little bit before that, like, we got sometimes so high to defense break an Armor Knight at 106.
Yeah, that update was before me, but I remember the infamous J. Coper Nest Cardinality tournament race when J. Coper won an 86 defense, or excuse me, 86 hit points. That I think he had the silver and the agility was way high. It was a very interesting race too, because you know, I went back and watched it and kind of did some, you know, math crunching and stuff, and he was ahead of Nescar on a better grind, and if he had gotten the extra level, probably wins. But also the scenario he was in, his win percent was probably like 15%. It was actually not a great odds play to do it, but it worked out for him, and that's why it's such a legendary thing that everyone remembers.
Yeah, also in that seed too, like, they had like this stupid strength too. Like the attack power was really, really dumb in that seed too. That they decided that, you know, J. Coper decided to try.
Oh, Smashy using herbs to not die here. That's interesting, because I'm not thinking there's a need for a town, so that might be a permanent loss. But again, I don't know how much herbs you're going to need. Cyberdark running. I'm not sure what that was about. Instead of casting heal more in the fight. Did you see the next level? 1, 1, 11, and 2. Ah, that's also kind of bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It will. I mean, granted, Cyberdark's already at the HP, but I mean, it definitely makes the Death Necklace more doable. But again, he would have to find Caitlyn first before he would even be able to do it. I mean, he hasn't even checked Aranham, and we know there's 6 chests he would check before, finding out there's 2 more cursed belts to actually find out about Cantlin, having the death necklace on the coordinates.
Right. Now, at this point, swing counts with the death necklace, and I'm just saying this for Smashy's point of view, again, assuming he has 5 fairy waters, is a little under 19 swings, could possibly do it with 18, with 13 heal mores. But we're in the realm now where doubles are getting to be somewhat likely. I think you would have, let me see, 8 would be 6, so 114 hit points after the death necklace.
Yeah, also too, we can see Smashy get 1 agility, so Cyberdark will be defense breaking these greens after this next level.
Which he will get right now. So we'll see if he switches over to a swing grind, which again is going to be slightly slower. But the problem he's had with this exchange with Smashy and why he's generally lost ground is because he's been having to heal. Now he won't have to, but no, it looks like he's going to work back to the silver savings program that he's been on might pay off if this continues at the rate we're going, because now he realizes it can't happen. I don't think you'll get it on level 17, but if it goes to level 18, he should get enough money. Yeah, that will repel the blue dragons now. He only needs 4 more agility to be able to repel stone men with the silver.
Yeah, I definitely think if you are Cyberdark, you actually just do the swing at this point. Once you get the resources back, because it's just stay. I mean, okay, I can't wait to see Cyberdark's sprint rate here, because he has to be at like 20. I feel like the rate is he's gone.
So yeah, coming back here and refilling makes sense, but if he continues swinging, he'll never leave that spot again, until it's time to go. And there's no other real scenario where he would go, because 111 AP is not going to do anything against the Dragon Lord. Yeah, I agree, Shadow. I think Scarlet Shadow. I think that this one's pretty inevitable. So we'll see if 17 decides to give us strength, or if we're going to continue to struggle here. I'm not exactly sure why Cyberdark is still trying to hurt more of the blue dragons. I understand that earlier, but at 111 AP, it's like 4-shot more often than not. And there you go. I guess if he's not planning on hurt mooring the green dragons, then his MP pool doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I feel like he's going to hurt more the way he's been playing, especially if he just did it on the blue dragons for whatever reason.
I think I would probably hurt more, like half of the MP, just to make sure I because it generally is a little bit faster to do it, but then I would stop and save enough to heal if and when I need to.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just, again, to me, it is just to turn off your brain play and just keep smashing A till you get what you need.
This is actually one of the things that has changed since version 3, which again is like the bulk of my playing, but the extremely long green dragon grind is something of a meme too, where you'll look at the end and sometimes you see how many enemies you killed, and occasionally you'll end up with some crazy number for Axe Knights, but green dragons are almost always the culprit. When you're gonna get like a sloggy seed, it's green dragons. And that was 11 attack power, so I think Smashy he's doing something now. 122. This is winnable without the death necklace. it's going to take a number of doubles, I think. Again, if he loads up on Fairy Water and ditches the Death Necklace, or, well, I guess he wouldn't be getting it, but that's like 17.5 on 13. But these hit points are guaranteed a certain number of doubles, probably.
Yeah, it's definitely doable. He's actually counting here.
With the Death Necklace, this is a slam dunk. So, especially again, you have 118 or 119 hit points afterwards. So, he gets this. The thing is, I think Rye Guy, I keep saying his name, Rye, and I keep wanting to say that. I think Cyberdark will go on 17 without the Death Necklace. Although I'm wondering, do we have a town nearby for Fairy Water?
I mean, we do have Breckenary, south of Cole, that little swamp.
That's not too far away. I could see him beelining for it, so... He might not, though. And if he doesn't, I guess we'll have to see what happens at 17. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Cyberdark go. The hit points are not, super great, but... And I guess he's not.
Well, he only needs a little bit more money for a Silver Shield, so that might be what he's doing.
Yeah, that would matter a bit. Yeah, he's heel walking too, so he's now I think he's decided he's just gonna go, and we'll see if he goes directly to the Fairy Water or what. Maybe he thinks he'll just get the money along the way. Of course, the hurt more whiffs. He'll throw out another one. He doesn't have Repel up, which might be an issue. And he also does need to get to the drop. So maybe that's his pattern. He's going to walk to the drop, and he's going to walk around. Oh, yeah, I said... that's Tablet Cave. Never mind, that's not the drop. Of course, the other important thing... Oh, Smashy is not planning on going anywhere after getting the Death Necklace. He's using his Fairy Waters to repel in the overworld, which means he wants this Death Necklace, and he wants to walk right into Sharlock afterward. This is what I was talking about before when I said Smashy is really strong in the end game. Like, he closes really well, and he's not planning on wasting any time here at all. Although this search doesn't look like it's going super well. Cyberdark is like one enemy short. No, Smashy just said, screw it, he's going. He's got a few Fairy Waters, and he's gonna do the best he can here. So, what was it, 3 left? He might even use them during the fight, which would put him at 18 swings on 13 heal mores. That's -3, so we need 3 doubles. Still very winnable.
Yeah, and also too, he is down an herb, since he didn't use one in Hawksness.
Oh, I like that. He did the coordinate count, and it didn't turn out. He just kept walking directly to Sharlock. Like I said, he's feeling probably a bit of pressure here to finish as soon as possible, as we all do when we race, but like I said, he's somebody who reacts to it very strongly. He's like, no, we're going now. I'm not screwing around with this crap.
And Scarlet, you are correct. There is a gold chest in that inventory that Cyberdark could have just grabbed.
Yep, he's just going to keep using that Fairy Water, keep repelling. Interesting where he used that. I can say that the next time that's going to fall off is going to be right around the bend in the basement when you go up from the left side, which I'm calling out only because I have thought about this way too much, and I think it'll be the first two steps, I think, as you go up.
Yeah, especially so getting the good old 90 agility, don't run from the stone man.
And he realized something is wrong. I'm not sure what he realized is wrong, but he is bailing. He is out. What happened?
I'm thinking that he's not realizing his strength is as high as it was, or he needs to get more fairy water to be able to do this.
I didn't think the odds were super bad, honestly. What did I say? 122. Maybe he's gonna recount this. That might be what this is. Again, even without, like, say he had no fairy water, he was in 19 swings on 13 heal mores, isn't great. But yeah, he's recounting. So Cyberdark is a heal more down without the fairy water, and he's going in. This one, I don't like. I think you gotta heal up, man. You can't go in like this. This feels really tight.
Yeah, this is like two really bizarre things happening right now.
Yeah, at this point, on odds, and I don't know if he has any fairy waters at all, but this is like a -7 situation. I don't think you're gonna get 7 doubles on 12 heal mores. That seems insanely high to expect, even with 98 defense.
Oh yeah, there's no question. Like this fight is, I mean, it may only be like a 5% win chance.
Yeah, Scarlett. I had a race somewhat recently where I beat someone by 1 second, and I preemptively fairy watered before it fell off, and in the basement, knowing that, and I made sure to tell them that that is why I beat them. Mainly because they're just somebody who knows a whole lot about the game, so I felt like they would appreciate that. But yeah, Cyberdark seeing practically nothing as he goes down here. But like I said, I don't feel strongly about this at all. He could get really good rolls, but when you have so many swings, the rolls tend to really run toward the median. And Smashy's still having trouble with the search. I mean, I wasn't counting, so I got no idea where he is. But this is bad. You know, unless he just finds it in a search or two.
Well, Cyberdark's gonna make the stretch here. Oh, he's checking for the death necklace here.
Yeah, you said he'd probably check Garanham first or whatever. But yeah, there's so many checks that this is a real Hail Mary. And we know it's not going to work. I'm not blaming him necessarily for doing it, but I think if you were going to do this, you might as well load up on some fairy water beforehand. But he got one. You know, it's going to do a little extra damage. Or not.
Well, if you're Cyberdark here, then I mean, you're basically hoping for a 150 HP Dragon Lord too.
So did Smashy get the death necklace or is he going back in? I didn't. I was so distracted by what Cyberdark was doing, I did not notice if he got it.
I didn't either. I don't think he did, though. Oh, apparently he
That's
did.
He did. All right. So Smashy is in great shape. We do know this is going to be a. Interesting is probably the greatest way. Like he can get two of the doubles he's going to need right off the bat if this goes well. He could also just decide to grind this green dragon for the level if he really wanted to. I don't think we're going to see that happen, or maybe we will.
Yeah, I was about to say he might just sit here.
I'm in peak commentating form where I keep saying things are not going to happen and then they immediately happen.
The only thing I will say is that Smashy will get through this, or should get through the Sherlock pretty quick. I mean, Zone 3 is kind of a Red Dragon AK-47s, but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, so it's a race. Is Cyberdark going to gain a level, and will that level do anything, or will Smashy get there first? My odds, I would say, are on Smashy getting there first. But, Cyberdark's already down here. So let's see. How much math? He's got to get to 14,250. So that's 1,100 experience divided by 13. 8 more green dragons.
Yeah, and this Zone 2 for Smashy is not being very nice to him.
This is where we'd say the red dragons are on the payroll. That's what Slammy would say. I think he accused you of that a few years ago.
I mean, not wrong, is he? Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. It's going to take Cyberdark, I think, about 7, 6? I think 6 green dragons here.
Imagine if he ends up like 2 experience short of the level and Smashy just walks by him when that happens. Some scenarios like that, like, oh, that one red slime. Oh, but yeah, it's Smashy's in the basement now. He is coming in. This is going to be an exciting finish one way or another. Again, Cyberdark is hoping that this level does something for him. It is quite possible that it does not. However, with this low AP, you almost feel like it's going to happen. But yeah, Smashy is already here.
Yeah, it will be just one more for, or yeah, it will be just one more for Cyberdark. So Smashy will get through the DL1 first.
And there we go. Will he accept the offer? He does not. He is a fool. And here we go. We're going to see this death necklace put on right away. And he is a massive favorite. 14 swings on odds with 13 heal mores, but very decent chance for doubles.
Too bad for Cyberdark, because that 19 MP he got will not be very helpful here.
But the 4 AP he got probably is it's 3 swings he's going to shave off, so he might end up getting through this. The only problem is Smashy is on DL2. He is in the lead. It's 9 and 14, so he is at 23. I will pretend to try to keep up on the count, but I will screw it up at some point. That makes 32.
And 98 agility, back attack by DL2, of course. And it gets 11 to start.
47 for Smashy.
18 for Cyberdark.
I've already forgot the number for Smash.
30 for Cyberdark.
Again, with the death necklace on at 132, he's doing 8 to 16, and there's a 15. We've seen a lot of good rolls from Smashy here too, so this feels very strong. And as I say that, he gets a 9. Alright, we are getting down to the end here, but again, I think Smashy is well over 100 now. I'm not going to say it's within 1 or 2 swings, but he is very close to finishing this out, and he gets a double. And there it is. Smashy takes down the Dragon Lord. All he has to do is cast Return, walk up to the king, and hit a couple buttons, and then we are done. So GG's out in chat to Smashy, getting his first win of the tournament, and a very close one here with Cyberdark throughout.
Yeah, it was definitely a tale of two. Like, Smashy seemed like he was ahead for a good portion of the time, and then Cyberdark caught up. Smashy, getting ahead again, and then just they all converged to pretty much like even for the most part.
And there it is. Cyberdark also taking out the Dragon Lord, and even had a heal more left. And yeah, we'll see him finish with a final time of 1:24.56. So 40-second time difference between the two. Man, there's so much you could have done in 40 seconds to tweak here or there. But great race by both runners. And real interesting to see how the strategies changed throughout the race and then there at the end.
Hey, thanks for coming restream.
Hey, welcome in, Cyberdark. Yeah, GG's. How are you feeling?
I had 150 counted on DL2 when Smashy finished. Oh, it was so close.
Yeah, it definitely was. You guys were equal in experience. Well, Smashy had quite a lead for a while, but it was never more than like 800, maybe 1,000 at some point, and you kind of came back pretty hard on the Green Dragon grind there. So, I don't know. The map seemed very similar, both kind of doing a lot of the same things. How'd you feel at the end there when you saw the Green Dragon on the spike?
Well, I dove hoping for the Death Necklace. It wasn't there, and I said, I've got to try for that extra level, because I assumed Smashy was running Strength HP. So he had the same amount of Strength, but he had more HP, he could take a few more hits.
Yeah, on that note, Smashy is here. GG Smashy. He could tell you a little bit about the Death Necklace if you want to know.
Yeah, for some reason I was searching for the Death Necklace and I messed up the count, and for some reason it just got in my head. I was like, I thought I already had 132 AP, so I'm like, it's just convenience. Let me just get going, and I get all the way down to right before the unit. Something goes on in my head. Wait a minute, something's not right here. So yeah, I have to outside, like, almost all the way through a dive, redo the count.
Dang. I never found Caitlyn. I know where Grave was, but I never went in.
Oh, Caitlyn was like northeast of Sharlock. Like, you had to go along the top of the map and then go east from Sharlock, and you'd run to Caitlyn.
Right, and I never did go northeast. I went northwest and southeast, but never went northeast. No, I never went northwest. I don't know. I didn't find it anyway.
Yeah, I managed the last location, the jerk. So that's why I'm there. I managed to somehow loop around and miss him.
I missed it the first time, but did find it while I was looking for something else. Anyway, by the time I needed it, I had everything else. No, I was looking for Token. And then I just went to grind on the Green Dragon for a while, and eventually came back to it just before my dive.
But yeah, the way it was set up, the coordinates were basically en route to Sharlock, so that was kind of my plan. I was just gonna grind until go mode, and then pick up the Death Necklace on the trip over. And yeah, I've never done Dragon Warrior this earlier. A couple of wires got crossed. I think it didn't help that right as I started having the backtrack on my count and stuff, I hit a zone where there's multiple things that weren't being repelled, so that's what caused me to lose count the first time.
Right, yeah. Did you have silver or no?
I did have silver.
I got it. I think I finished my grind, went and got silver, went and got jerk, went into Sherlock, and then ended up having to grind another level on the green dragon down there.
Yeah, it was very interesting to watch as you were doing that because when you hit the spike, Smashy had bailed, a while ago. We actually lost track. I think me and Angel didn't notice that you even got the Death Necklace because Cyberdark was checking the chests in Tantagel at the same time. And,
I knew it wasn't down there because I had gotten the flute out of the back of Garenham, so I knew coordinates had to be Death Necklace. Just that little bit of unfortunate thing where the count seems like it should be easy, but then you have this little winding spot that can throw you off real easy.
Right, I never had keys when I got to Garenham, and I only found 2 curse belts, so I just gambled.
I didn't have keys either here, but when I did get keys, I went back there because that's a known cave, and I still need jerk. But
right,
yeah, I was like, hey.
Yeah, the moves you guys made all kind of made sense, although I think I said that I thought the treasury check was a little bit of a Hail Mary considering how much stuff that you still had out there.
It definitely was, but I know against Smashy I've got to run, and I knew he was getting close anyway, so I figured, okay, well, if it's there, great, it'll help. If it's not, well, I'll go with 122. Just so happened it was a green dragon, which I had defense broken, so hey, why not?
Yeah, I don't blame you on that, especially too when you did get to the green dragon. Like, Smashy was starting on the first basement floor, and it literally came down to how fast you could kill the green dragon compared to how fast Smashy could get through Sherlock. And Zone 2, he was getting all the encounters that he could possibly see, and then Zone 3 was next to him.
Yeah, I got the Death Necklace, which wound up tripping a difficulty flag and spying red dragons in Zone 2.
Sherlock for me was fairly tame. I ran from pretty much everything, and I had a fairy water for part of it, so it was nice and easy.
Yeah, I did not see red dragons on the first dive, so that was a little bit of a rude surprise when I went for the winning dive and who put these red dragons here.
Right, yeah. Did you do a grind on anything specific, or?
I mean, I was at the Green Dragon in Hawksness for a while. Because I could just go all the way down, return, as long as I remember that returns 8 MP and not 6.
Yep. Yeah, I had 2 sets of wings. I used those first, and then I'd stop at 10 MP and return then.
This is something that we were talking about too, and I wonder for both of you that was there any point where you were thinking about? Sorry, my phone went off. Any point you were thinking about doing a swing grind on the green dragon instead of the Hurtmoors?
The last level I was, and I did for a few, but I wanted that silver shield money more than anything, so I was being really careful.
I was contemplating that, but I figured because we had because our closest point of recovery was Tantagel, so you get to cut the walk back out with return. I figured that was close enough that I could just spam the hurt more.
Yeah, hurt more swing, and then on the Sherlock spike I just swung because I wanted my MP.
Right. Sorry.
Also, I crit
Catherine.
like 7 or 8 green dragons, apparently. Usually after I hurt more.
Yeah, we had brought that up a bit. I mean, you had 20 crits overall.
Yeah, usually critting something that didn't need to be crit, pretty much. It's like, oh, it's got, 5 HP left. Crit. Oh, of course. Although I did get one early on a ghost or something that got me a level, I think. Oh yeah, Smashy. Those first few enemies, the Drakey, the Ghost, Scorpion, they were fun.
I don't know if Smashy ever saw the DL2 breath on the Scorpion.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I just saw them
fire.
spam stop spell endlessly.
I didn't see stop spell until after the DL2, and then they started doing that.
Yeah, they were 75% stop spell, 25% breath, and Cyberdark saw the breath right away.
I was running from everything. I didn't know what to fight, and eventually found Red Slimes. They got me. Red Slime and a Drakey, I think, finally got it for me, but I had to gamble on the Drakey.
I think what I did for my first level was I wound up punching out a Drakey and then I torched a Ghost, and that's what got me my level.
Oh, see, I wasted my torch on a Scorpion that didn't DL2'd me.
Yeah, that first level, this first wave of enemies were pretty brutal, and then it kind of just eased up pretty quickly after that. But it was interesting. I think we commented that the Drakey was 50% heal more or heal or whatever it had, and 50% weak breath, and almost never saw it heal, which was very surprising. Like, it did happen a couple of times, and I think Cyberdark saw it right away, but it seemed like you guys got through it more often than not.
I know I saw the heal more as well, but I think it's one of those weird things where it might just have to be at 1 HP to do it. I don't know the math exactly.
Yeah, so if you just swing for 2, then, no problem.
Right, but the first level was a little hard. I think we had 7, or I had 7 strength to start, so... Yeah, it was a little hard to get to. Anyway, it was fun overall. I mean, it was fairly easy map, and I mean, what were we, 40 seconds apart, you said?
Yes, 40 seconds at the end. And I think the armor, like, you guys got heal more reasonably early, but that armor definitely helped because you said it was an easy map. It was a very big map. It felt like everywhere took a long time to get to, at least early on.
How different were
Everything
we
was-
in keys? Time-wise.
You guys were both very late to them from probably what you imagine you could have been. I think you got to keys about 4 to 5 minutes after Smashy. You were kind of doing the exact same exploration, with the exception that you had seen Hawksness early, and I don't think Smashy saw it until he had silver money walking around.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did a gold grind underneath Tantagel because I saw the silver and coal, and I was just walking around with that because, like, the worst thing I've seen on the overworld's a armor knight. So it's like, okay, I don't even need to save for this. We're really tanky. We can just run if we need to. And then I kind of forgot where coal was, or I just underestimated the routing, and I wound up finding Hawksness pretty much by accident.
Okay, so I knew Cole had it as well. I didn't get Silver Shield till just before the end because I was grinding money on the Green Dragon. But same thing, when I went to go back to Cole, I didn't have my routing wrote down properly. So I ended up checking in Rim and found one there too.
Yeah, but I'd say overall it was a very interesting race. Again, it felt like Smashy had a bit of a lead, but the moment that you found the sword and you'd already seen the drop cave, Cyberdark, then it seemed to be a lot more even. I think it really just in the end took, kind of the errant count from Smashy, and the fact that you still had a few things that you had to do after the Green Dragon. And Smashy was getting through the Green Dragons faster and Cyberdark because of the extra defense from the Silver Shield, wasn't having to heal or any of that nonsense.
Yeah, I didn't break it until the last level I tried to grind, so when I hit 16, I guess, I had it broken. Then I went to 17, and then I went to 18 in Sherlock.
Yeah, do either of you have any final thoughts about the race or anything else you want to say before we transition out?
No, again, thank you much for the restream, especially this early in the morning. Smashy, thanks for scheduling a race so early in the morning as well. And GG.
Yeah, it's just good to get one when I can get one done nice and easily.
Yeah, and a group that looks as tight as your group, I think it's just completely chock full of veterans. Any win is going to be a hard fought battle. So, GG's. As we look forward to the rest of the day, I'm not exactly sure what's going to be on the randomizer channel. It looks like at 5:30 we have something scheduled between Hoodie Two Shoes and Yakko Wacko from the Tangential group, and at there's also a race at 8 p.m. that is currently scheduled to be on DW Randomizer between Atom Raptors and Night Dew. Those are both tentative. I assume they're going to happen, but until we see a full crew, we never know 100% for sure. There are plenty of other races during the day, though. We have Darren Billick at 10, Beta and Silly Dabbit at 1, Atom Raptors in his first race of the day with Judge Joe at 3, Ziggy and Dweem at 4, Tilo and Urson at 7, the family rivalry. I believe it's the first time they'll ever have a standard race like that. So keep those in mind as you go about your day. Angel, do you have any final thoughts?
Not really. Again, very good race between both of you. Very exciting to watch towards the end. Just, little decisions could have made a difference, but yeah, it was very enjoyable. And I've already played you, Smashy. I can't wait to play you, Cyberdark. So, hope to see more good races out of our group.
For sure. GG's. All right. On that note, on behalf of our restreamer /tracker /co-commentator Angel FM, I've been Aaron to you too. Thank you very much for watching this broadcast of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament. We are rating Twitch Pop, very well-known Dragon Warrior aficionado, and hope you all have a great day.